Welcome to the UKSS.com Better Racing League. This is round 4 and we are in Netherlands. Alongside of me, as always, there is Webbo. How are you feeling for this race, Webbo?
I'm excited, Leox, and hi everybody. Looking forward to this one. A race around the sand dunes of Zandvoort. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's right. This is the fourth of the 10 round that we're gonna have in this season 3, the last one probably on the F1 2021 game. And the weather looks dry for qualifying, short qualifying. But we have to get some info for the race. We have to see if we're gonna have some rain or if we're gonna have a completely sunny race.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I'm looking forward to most here is having we've got the 3 previous winners all together for the first time. Nicolas Boita, Simapes and Brabus all tackling the race together. Brabus is reserving today, back again after he had some issues going in the Netherlands. Monty Perez has just retired from the session. I'm guessing, is that a quali ban?
Probably. I
didn't read that just now.
Yeah, me too. I don't see the point if it's not a quali ban, but maybe we lost it.
Yeah, I didn't see that in the judgments channel, but all the same, we've got some cars heading out on track already.
Yeah, let's put the map on and let's see. There is a McLaren of Barks is the first one going out. There is a Ferrari, and it's Neil, who is a reserve today for Ferrari. Last time around in Spa, we've had Brabus driving for the Prancing Horse, and today there is Neil. So Ferrari are really struggling to get a pair of driver on the road. Let's see.
Exactly.
Let's see Barks. Let's put a set of softs. There are already 3 drivers on the medium 4, so maybe they're looking to get some different strategies on, or maybe they just want to get a lap in and then come back into the pit and put the softs compound tires on.
Must just mention that despite not winning a race yet, Real Staravio has the lead of the championship right now on 42 points, with Nicolas Boita on 33, Dirt Shark on 30, Hercus Monte on 30 points as well. Simapes is in 5th with 27, and Brabus all the way down in 13th position with 9 points, but with a red card to his name as well. So we'll get going with the first time lap with Brabus, but that's the driver's situation.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm on with Barks, who had a really strong first half of the race in Spa. Was looking also to get some really good points. Then oh no, maybe that was Austria, sorry. He had a really strong race in Austria, and then the second half got a little bit darker, let's say, as now he's putting a pulper for sector, obviously, because he's the first one on track. It's a really challenging track for the high speed corners, the long sweeping corners, which are really hard without a racing line in my experience.
Exactly. Yeah. This chicane particularly I find difficult every single time. I don't think I've ever got it just right.
The apex is so hard to get, and also the curbs are not really helpful. There are really high curbs which can really make you lose the momentum, as Barks assessed the bank curve for qualifying, which is a 1:12.5. I think we're gonna see some
handy time.
Yeah, as Sicario goes fastest with a 1:11.6, and that's only the start of qualifying. So what can we expect from Zandvoort? What can be the pole here?
Yeah, I think it's quite possible to get a low 110s. I'm not sure about these drivers in particular. Brabus has got himself a 1:11.1. That will be a good benchmark for the first lap, but the track still has to bed in and evolve and grip up. Nicolas Boita currently on a lap. I just watched El Crin have an issue and wipe out the 150 metre board. Simapes goes pole, a 1:11.0.
on the
So
medium.
I think we will see the cars into the 110s before the end of this session.
Interestingly, Simo Pez did the lap on the medium,
Yeah.
so he has a lot of room for improvement, surely. As Nicolas puts himself in P2, just 60 hundredths of a second behind his teammate.
And that's what we came to see, the three fast guys from the previous races all together on the front row, pushing each other, finding new speed.
And the championship leader just behind them in 4th place, so
Right.
a really interesting start of qualifying. By the first 3-4 minutes we have a really interesting situation already, and that's what we want to see by the end of qualifying and also for the race itself.
So a quick hello to William Boyter,
Yeah,
who's here as the engineer for Nicholas and
as always.
chief live chat contributor. I wonder if they managed to see the race. I guess they probably watched the race before going to bed last night in Brazil. So it's a Saturday night race, I think, for those guys.
Yeah,
T
I didn't.
Brown over the line and won 12.549.
I couldn't catch it, sadly.
I won't spoil it for you then. We won't talk about it.
Yeah, I saw the one drivers won the race. Maybe my favorite driver, but we're not here for Charles Leclerc. We're here with Eric Monte, who is just at a 111.8 on the Ferrari
As long as
on the
they're driving
medium.
a red car, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
We've got NXQK coming back after his struggles in Austria forced a race ban. He's back out there rejoining and hoping to get a better lap on the board now.
Yeah, let's see. William, do you happen to know what's the weather for the race? If it's going to be a dry race or a wet race or a mixed one?
Oh, wow. He said that William and Nicholas went to bed at 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
after watching the race. So,
Wow.
Yeah, that's rough. NXQK seemingly struggling a little bit for grip coming out of some of these fast corners. He's going through the turn 9 right now. Interested to see how he tackles the qualifying session, whether he's able to just turn down the aggression a little bit. I
Wow.
think he'll find the sweet spot out on the grass as well.
Ooh, drifting to the DRS board. Yeah.
And there's another board gone.
Yeah. As William says it's rain all the way, and then no, it's a joke. It's right. Okay.
Rain all the way.
Okay, fine.
I do hope for a dry Zandvoort.
Yeah.
I have to say.
I think it's the right call for entertainment. As
Sparks is on his second lap now. He's come back out. And he started his second lap, so we'll get an idea of how he's able to turn up the performance.
I'm gonna stay on board with his teammates who is just up in front.
Earlier.
Brabus.
Sparks has just turned around, coming out of the Hugenholz. And unfortunately, I think it may have damaged that front wing. He's almost stuck facing the Armco and waiting for a good moment to come across the track. Unfortunately, he just reversed to the opposite side of the track and hit the barrier with the back of the car.
So this is not gonna be a very good start for Barks, as his teammate Brabus goes purple in the first sector, and we're waiting for the second sector, who is purple once again, improving by a tenth and a half, as NXQK retired from the session on track. So I think he got into the wall as Brabus lost the car on the final corner. Actually,
I think that might have been lag there, Leox.
yeah, did you see that as well?
Unless he reset to track very quickly.
I don't think it's possible that quickly.
I think that was just a little bit of lag.
Yeah. But he's going into the pit, so he surely lost some time there.
How about Dirt Shark then? I think he's just starting one.
Yep.
I wonder if he has to fit the shark fin to the back of the car.
Yeah.
Specifically for him.
They're sharking P7 at the moment. The Red Bull has been very solid this season so far.
Absolutely.
And he's trying to get into the P5, fighting with the big guys. I think he has the pace for it. You just need to
We
find...
have Play Racing just joined the session. I don't know if that might cause us a problem. Hopefully that glitch will leave us alone today.
Yeah, we had some pretty annoying issues as Dershark goes purple in the middle sector, so let's watch out for him.
So currently a 1:11.8 and he manages to get a purple sector.
Let's see Dershark to the line, and it's 1:11.2, so in the top 4, second row, which is nice.
Good improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice improvement there.
6/10 from his previous best lap, and is now 2 tenths away from Simapes, who is in the pit with the softs on, as Nicolas Boita is on in lap, I guess. Oh no, maybe it's on... Yeah.
Got the red cars going faster as well at the moment, Leox. Neil ahead of Hercus Monte on track. Currently together on the grid order. Looks like Neil about to finish this. Gets a big amount of curb in the Ari Luyendijk corner. Sorry, the Kumho corner. Turn 14. I think that will have cost him any progress.
Yeah.
He gets a little bit better, but I think, wow, Hercus Monte, purple middle sector.
Wow. 1/10 improving on his previous lap for Hercus. Gets a much better last corner than his teammates. And let's see the Ferrari to the line. And this is going to be a 1:11.5, so improving only one position, getting
Away from his
Sicario.
teammates slightly there, yeah.
Yeah, 4 tenths of a
Very
second.
short laps here, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we have to be pretty quick about it. Brabus rides the curb on the way out of Tarzan, just holds on to the lap.
Yeah, he's really pushing really hard. Brabus wants this pole, at least the front row, to challenge Simapes to the line. To turn 1, actually, I have to say.
That first sector wasn't good enough, though.
Yeah.
It's a 3/10 of a second drop.
Ooh.
Real Staravio, championship leader, goes into the 1:10s and takes the provisional pole. Fantastic.
Oh, and Nicolas
Boita
Boita.
takes it back.
Wow. Back to back.
Absolutely brilliant.
Nicolas 1:10.7, and now Simapes is on his outlap as Brabus is completing his lap, but I think he backed off.
Rifter
And
Peach with a good improvement there. Quarter of a second up to P4 in the Alpha Tauri.
yeah, Brabus backed off and he's gonna start another lap very soon. Simapes is also on his lap, so let's jump on board with the Mercedes. A really clean line through the first sector.
You need to build the speed round here.
Yeah.
Take too much out of the tyres in the first sector. Wow, a 1/4 of a second improvement through sector 1 as Brabus retires from the session. Did he do so in the pits? No.
No.
He did it on the way into Hugenholz.
So he lost
will
the
cause
car.
a yellow flag for anybody coming behind it. Looks like he has lost the car, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's the end of qualifying for Brabus, who had a really rough start in Spa due to a glitch, and couldn't make the race. And now Simapes is half a second improving. Half a second.
Maybe a little bit of oversteer, Leox, coming out of the Audi S turn 13.
Yeah, kissing the curb on the right, and now the shortest line to the line, and it's a 1:10.6.
Wow,
So
fantastic.
incredible lap from Simapes, and it's a 1-2 for Mercedes at the moment. Can we see a Mercedes Lockhart or Staravio or Dershark, or maybe even Ruthless Peach can try to challenge them?
Yeah, those Red Bull family cars are doing pretty well in this season and this race as well. 3 of them up in the top 6. I have another league where none of the Red Bull livery cars are doing well at all. So
Yeah, it compensates.
it's funny, yeah.
Yeah. Let's jump aboard with Truckster on the Alpine. Truckster.
I'm just checking out Barks as well. I'll keep an eye on Barks. He's about level with his previous time.
Also Truckster as well. It's really hard to improve on this track. It's such a short track. You really have to get a perfect corners.
Sparks improved slightly, but not enough to move himself up the grid order.
Yeah, Traxxer is not happy with his lap, and he decides to go into the pit. And
Dirt Shark currently positive on his time.
Let's see the Red Bull.
P6.
Yep. Almost a tenth up on his previous lap.
That looked quick through the turn 12, 13 chicane.
A little bit too wide maybe, but let's see if it's gonna have this link shot for the main straight, and it gets on P4 with a 110.9, so just about in the 110, overtaking Ruthless Peach.
So close at the top, Leox. It's amazing.
Yeah, the two Red Bull are divided by 30 hundredths of a second, or 3 or 30. I don't remember it actually.
3. Yeah,
300. Sorry, 300s. Yeah.
Derby Jacker to the line, gets up to P10, so gets all Red Bull family cars in the top 10 now. And he's got a little way to go to join his colleagues.
Yep.
Fortunately.
But he got there.
Is Neil on a lap? He's usually quite quick. Just starting a lap, Neil.
Let's jump aboard with the Ferrari then. Just getting his teammate pass. Carrying a lot of speed through that infamous banked corner.
He's slightly quicker. He needs about a tenth of a second to get it faster than his teammate.
He needs to improve to get on a better position. The start in Zandvoort, it's really crucial, I have to say.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of cars on in-laps on his lap, but he's up by a tenth.
Maybe a little bit too late on the brakes. He doesn't quite find the apex at the penultimate corner. As now Clay Racing has joined once more. And let's see Neil completing his lap, and it's gonna be a 111.3, so improving by
good final sector.
Almost half a second, or maybe half a second, and getting his teammates and Sicario.
Got the Mercedes currently on laps right now. 1/10 of an improvement for Nicolas Boita. Simapez, I wasn't in time to see his sector time, unfortunately.
I mean,
so Nicolas Boita
always invalidated Simapez, so let's focus on Nicolas. Oh, he's improving, and he got the pace to get pole position. Ooh, he's improving almost 2/10, a little bit too late on the brake. Short shifting up to 4th gear.
Simapez has given up. He cannot defend this pole position.
Yeah, he can, because we are almost... Oh, Nicolas!
Oh, no!
Wow! How did he lose the car there? How did he?
Me. Yeah, crazy times. So, the checkered flag has fallen. That means Rills didn't get round in time to set a lap, or he invalidated the one he was on. Simapez managed to secure that pole position, unless Ruthless Peach can do anything here. He is quicker than he's been before.
Yeah, he is. Almost 2/10, but he needs to find another 10 in this final last sector. A pretty wide line carrying a lot of speed, I have to say. So let's see Ruthless Peach where he ends up. Can he beat the Red Bulls? He does. P3 110.8. Incredible stuff.
110.6, 110.7, 0.8, 0.9, 0.9 is your order in the top 5.
Wow.
Tremendously close. Fantastic qualifying. And Simapez and Nicolas Boita, the championship leaders. Mercedes currently on top. Red Bull chasing on 74 points. Mercedes with 81. Ferrari 54. McLaren have 36. AlphaTauri 33. Everyone has scored points so far, but Haas have only secured 4 of those points.
As Brabus on pace 6 after doing almost only half qualifying, so I wonder where he could have gone. Could have gone any farther, any faster than that? I think so.
Yeah, agreed. We'll see what his race pace is like and whether his connection can hold together enough to not get in everybody's way. So he's suffering some desync in Belgium.
Belgium. Yep.
Yeah. Did we just see a strange notification on Nicholas Boyter's connection there? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Willonen is not happy about the game because I think that the game actually made Nicholas lose the pole position. He was surely improving there, but he lost the car at the very final corner, and now the poleman for today's race is once again Simon Pez, followed by his teammate Nicolas Boita, so it's a Mercedes lockout. Then Ruthless Page with an amazing P3 ahead of both Red Bulls, Ruth Taravilla, the championship leader, and their Shark. Brabus in the McLaren complete the fight, I have to say, for the lead of the race. I mean, we're gonna get these 6 guys fight for the win. And then we have Neil, Sicario, Arquismonte and Zabijaka completing the top 10.
Yeah, we'll go through the bottom drivers in the order as we discover what tyres they've chosen during the formation lap.
Yep.
But there is a moment I noticed for the first time today, I think coming out of turn 10. If you look to the right on board the car, you can see just how high the sand dunes have been built up. And the way that the grandstands have been built, and particularly that high banking that's been built on the outside, the way that they've moved the earth but not discarded it, they've used it to create amphitheaters and areas where fans can see the whole track. Really interesting.
Yeah, that's really all the important characteristic of Zandvoort. The banking corners, which are beautiful, I have to say, to watch. It's really hard when you're driving because it does affect you a lot on traction, on power. How much can you put down the gas? That's it's not as going on a simple straight. It does really affect the car balance.
Yeah, exactly.
As we know.
Well, I'm really excited about seeing these fast drivers. The top 6 couldn't be better, I think, for us as a race in prospect.
I would have loved to see Simon Pez a little bit down the road, but I mean, he got pole. He was also lucky, I have to say, because Nicholas was right on spot, and maybe he's gonna have the pace to challenge the Italian for the win of the race. The strategy is the predicted stop strategy is at 2 stops, soft, medium.
Okay.
I think Nicholas
some people might try the soft, medium, soft to be really quick at the end, but almost complete agreement in our 19 drivers that will take the grid. Soft tyres on every car apart from Lofty in 12th and on Barks in 15th. So look for those drivers to be vulnerable on the first few laps. But yeah, nearly everybody going for those soft tyres, and very few using the slower medium.
You can see the two Mercedes almost pulling away from the formation lap. You have to be really close to the rest of the pack. The leaders have to have to get the group all tied together, otherwise they will get their tires cold. It's not something you want on on the start of the race.
A lot of tyre warming to do, and I noticed that Clay Racing was in such a rush to join us, he forgot to put his helmet on. So look for that in the Aston Martin. That's
really hard. It's probably, it's really unsafe, I have to say. Luckily for me, it's not driving in real life like that.
Exactly. Yeah, the old Mark Webber retirement style.
Wow, yeah. And so we're really close to going racing here in Zandvoort. Hopefully we're not gonna have some problems, some issue. Everything went smooth till now, as we are waiting for the green flag. And we have the green flag. And so we have 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we go racing in Netherlands. Let's see if Simapet's got a really nice start. He does. Nicolas Boita is challenged by Ruthless P, but Ruthless P is trying to go around the outside. Dershark trying to move down inside. Everything looks clear at the moment. Nails fighting with Brabus and Erkis Monte as well, as Brabus gets a real Saravi on P4. And there is an incident. Brabus is out of the race. He's lost the car. I think he got tackled there from the Red Bull. And there is a lot of mixing up in the first 10 position of the grid. Also Dershark losing some places. Crucially, I think he got damage from the incident.
Oh, and is that Dershark going off into the gravel as well? From the back we saw an incident between NXQK and I think one of the Alpines.
Trackstar.
There appeared to be a quick ghosting moment, and it caused a huge crash. One car leaving the track up in the air, and that ended up with Pat retiring as well as Brabus on that first lap. But now NXQK back on the ascendancy and making up places past the McLaren of Barks now as well.
Yes, set start for Dershark and Brabus. Brabus cannot get a good restart. And also
William says everybody is staying off the Brabus.
Yeah, exactly. Simapet's got the lead as the Ferrari over Kismonte goes into the pit, so probably he got damage. He got caught by the incident as Lofty tries to move around the outside of Sicario. Lofty on the mediums trying to pulling a move on the Aston Martin.
He's very quick for a medium driver at this stage, isn't he?
Oh,
down goes the Aston Martin of Sicario, tumbling down.
The order as Dershark goes into the pit as well, as Nicolas Boita is already losing touch to Simapes. He has to stay in the DRS range if he wants to keep up with the Italian driver, the championship leader Ruthless Pige. Arnold will start in P3, followed closely by the championship leader Rizter Vio.
Amazing stuff there. Completely wasn't expecting to see Sicario jumping right up high on the back corner of the Hugenholtz, and unfortunately spinning around. We've got a challenge going on. I think Lofty is it.
Lofty is on the move on Tibran, trying to move to the right hand side, but he doesn't quite have the traction to fight him, as Lofty on the medium looks faster than Tibran on the softs.
Yeah, fantastic driving so far from Lofty in the midfield here. He's up currently 5 places. Monty Peretz has gone up 9 as well.
Wow.
So tremendous stuff. Watch for Dershark coming back through the race once he's been in the pits and come back out. And Barks has gone in the pits as well. Yeah, Barks
is going into the pit from P13, so he's going to lose some places. But the race is long. We have still 69 laps to go, so an entire race still on. So I think we're going to have some comebacks and someone also losing the places. Here in Zandvoort, it's really hard to get 100% race done without any mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. It's a track full of bear traps on the outside, full of dangerous, difficult curbs. Very challenging. Lofty runs wide.
Right. Yeah.
Running wide through turn 11.
And now
he may get some grip on the outside, and he's got the inside line as they head towards turn 12 chicane.
Wow.
On the outside, though, goes Tibran. That becomes the inside, just as Lofty overtook him similarly on the previous lap. Lofty with a good exit, but no! Oh!
What happened there?
Dear me. 0 to 0. It looks like Lofty tried to take the racing line towards the next corner, and Tibran just stayed straight. Didn't allow him to come over to the left-hand side of the track, and ended up with Lofty spearing into the wall. Tibran off the track, but Lofty out of this race. That's 3 retirements before
already.
All the cars entered lap 4. Wow.
Yeah. The 2 asses are now out of the race, as well as Brabus, as Monty Perez is going to the pit after a very good start, after getting 9th place. He might be caught by the incident as well, so very unfortunate. Monty Perez is now dropping some places here and there. As
heartbreaking for Lofty there.
Yeah,
can't believe it. He's doing so well.
Yeah, he had a fantastic start on the medium, getting 5 places and then losing the car in a fight with Tibran. And now Rizter Vio is looking Ruthless P very closely. He wants to get the overtake done.
No team orders across teams here. especially this early in the season.
Exactly, no. Let's see if Real Star Vio is gonna have an opportunity going down to turn one. Is moving to the inside line, is getting alongside him and trying to outbrake him, but the AlphaTauri gets really nice traction on the outside line and is gonna still be in P3.
Great track design there between Tarzan and Hugenholz. If you do go side by side through Tarzan and you can hang on the outside, you will get tremendous traction on the exit of the corner.
Yeah, and Rules is trying everything to get Ruthless Page out of position. He's trying also to go down the inside here in the sweeping corners. The
middle sector really isn't a place to try and overtake. It doesn't stop drivers often, but it's a very difficult place to try to action and overtake. One of these cars has got really bad lag as well, so it's a problem.
Yeah, Crane lost 2 places. NXQK and Clay Racing is losing a lot of time. I wonder what happened there. With the Williams, he's doing some pretty strange lines, so he might have some damage on his car.
Probably trying to get a feel for the car after getting the tyres cold and dirty, but we'll see. NXQK and Clay Racing both up 9 places each now. Tremendous starts from NXQK. I'm sure he's determined to make the most of this race after missing the previous one, so hopefully sign of good things to come from him. Real Tirabia though getting very close through into Tarzan, and now has to play follow my leader as they go out of Hugenholz and through the roller coaster of the middle sector.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a DRS train as Ruthless Page managed to get in the 1 second window of Nicolas Boita, and he got some pretty strong defense on the straight with that DRS on the rails to fake the move down the inside and back out of it. And there is a yellow flag. Is Tuber, I guess. Yeah, he's round.
Elkrin heading into the pits.
Yeah.
I think Elkrin has made a mistake. No?
We watch him.
Yeah, he's made a mistake going into the pits. Here comes Real Tirabia though for P3. Down into turn 12. Good overtake. Great grip on the inside.
Yeah, impressive stuff from the Red Bull. He now gets to get a perfect last corner, otherwise he's gonna lose the place back to Ruthless Page. He doesn't have the DRS, he's too far away. 1.6 seconds. And now,
as we saw in qualifying, Leox, you do get a lot of cars getting the final corner wrong and disappearing into the barrier on the inside. I think that must have been what happened to the Alpine driver.
Yeah, Servio gets the place on Ruthless Page, confirms it, and now he's gonna try to push as much as he can to get out of the DRS range, to get in the DRS range of Nicolas Boita and challenge him for P2.
Time to turn the pace up as much as he can after being frustrated behind other drivers, just stuck behind Ruthless Peach for a while now. But finally uncork the bottle and away he's going to go try and catch Nicolas Boita. We've got a close battle between NXQK and Clay Racing resuming.
Yeah, Clay's
also between Barks and Elkrin. But I think that was just DRS.
Yeah, Clay is really glued to the back of the Alfa Romeo. He's running out of energy already on lap 7, and NXQK get a little bit too wide, and Clay is getting bigger in the Alfa Romeo's mirror.
I think he's going to have a go here.
Yeah,
dummies to the outside. Shapes towards the inside, but doesn't get enough overspeed through the DRS sector.
He's preparing the overtake, you can tell by his lines, but he's getting a little bit too creative and he's lost some time on the Alfa Romeo.
There is such a thing though as being too close to the driver in front through the final corner. You lose the aero off the front wing and you can have a big accident.
Well, Clay is too far off to make a move, so is Barks at the moment. 6.5 seconds.
Coming back into this race, Dirt Shark has caught the back of Barks.
Already?
He's had a pit stop already. And now this two-way battle for P10 becomes a three-way battle. Dirt Shark's going to struggle here to keep up, though he's on slightly newer tyres.
Yeah, as Barks has put a set of Arts tyre, so he's looking to get to the end of the race maybe, or to get a one-stopper.
Well, if the mediums work better than the softs,
oh, Crane!
Crane
Crane has touched the wall and lost both places What happened there to the Williams driver? He just lost the car. Now Dershak challenged Barks through the sweeping line. It's really, really...
Love to see cars go too wide through there. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, Dershak decides to think better of it and lift the place to Barks, who is, I think, slowing a little bit down because Dershak has the pace. He's trying to move around the outside. Now down the inside here. Very odd place to overtake. Now Barks is going to get a really good run here with the DRS as well. So let's see, the McLaren can get back into P10, trying to move around the outside of the Red Bull. Dershak does leave him some room, and the Barks get back in P10, but he has to defend now on the main straight.
Fantastic driving between the two long-term Better Racing League drivers here, of course. Really battling hard, but here comes Dershak now. Should be a bit easier.
Yeah, as Dershak tries to move around the outside, and as you said, there is so much grip there, and he gets the place on the McLaren driver, as we have to go fastly to Ruthless Page because he's following closely Will Staravio, and also El Green now I think is stopped on track in the main straight, so there's a yellow flag all the way there.
Another driver, that makes it two drivers making a mistake there. Truckster had made a mistake as well.
Yeah.
Coming down, so Truckster was stuck, has to go into the pits. I don't think those hards are working well for the drivers at this stage.
No, they're not, as Staravia doesn't seem to have the pace to save with Nicholas, because he lost a second in a couple of laps, and Ruthless Page is now pushing the Red Bull.
Well, we could be entering the time when the soft tyres are well past their best. Might be a few laps yet, but I think the driver's in a bit of a tyre conservation phase here, trying to eke out these tyres for as long as possible.
Yeah, tyre age in Zandvoort is really crucial. You can tell the Staravio has practiced different line from Ruthless Page, or is not very comfortable with the tyres he has on, because he's doing some pretty wide lines, I have to say. Pretty different.
Yeah. He's running out of grip all over the place as they lap the Williams there, I'm presuming definitely of El Crid, because there's only one Williams in the race.
Yeah. We have 19 drivers, so we had 19 drivers because now Lofty, Brabus and Pat on lap 3 retired, and there is an Alfa Romeo stopped on track. I think it's Moti Perez. He is going round, almost colliding with Barks, so not the safest.
No, I don't think Barks is going to appreciate that.
No, it's going to have a look at that surely by the end of the race.
There are sectors of the racetrack where it's pretty difficult to rejoin in a smooth straight line, but he was still expecting him to stay off track while other cars are coming through.
He could have done better than that. As Ruthless P is still pushing Will Staravio after he got overtaken. It looked like a Rails at the pace to challenge Nicholas, but now Ruthless Page, it's really looking as he preserved better his tires, and on lap 10 that seems to have more pace.
Yep, he's certainly using the DRS to his advantage to stay as close as possible to the Red Bull in front of him.
He's trying
a good overspeed. I don't think he's quite got the top speed to pass him, but he can certainly put pressure on from behind Leox.
Yeah, and the second Rules does a mistake, then Ruthless Page is gonna go for it. But we have to say, Will Staravio is a championship leader for a reason. It's really consistent, and also with the points format that we had, the old points format, where the first drivers get 10 points, the second 9, and so on.
Keeps everything very close, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Reels doesn't have to finish P2 every race or P1 challenge Simopes, because he's already have a really interesting lead on the Italian driver. So if he manage to get some podiums a podium every race, then even if it's not even if it's not a win, then it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, just keep the podiums coming. That's a good way to go about winning a championship.
Yeah, surely.
I'm sure he would like to do some winning, but when it's not on the table and there are some faster drivers who are maybe slightly less consistent, it's always a good way to go about it. Ruthless Peach is certainly piling on the pressure though. Wills Charavillo not having this one easy in third place currently.
Yeah, he's feeling the pressure. You can tell by the lines he's doing. He's covering the inside lines, even if in the hardest corners he doesn't want to leave any space on the AlphaTauri, and it's now getting a little bit too wide, a little bit too on the curb.
And this just stokes the driver behind. This just builds his confidence.
Yeah.
If you watch another driver making mistakes or running out of grip, it just makes you all the more determined to stay with them. And the belief that you have, Leox, that you're going to get past eventually.
Yeah, surely. As the Ruthless Peach is still the closest battle over on track. Also, Erkis Monte just getting really close to Clay Racing and overtaking Clay Racing on turn 2.
Yeah, we've got quite a few cars, I think, bunching up as they overtake Monty Perez, as they lap Monty Perez. But yeah, for competitive racing, it's Ruthless Peach and Taravillo, and I think they're about to go for it.
Yeah.
Round the outside goes Ruthless Peach. Can he hang on at the right speed? I think he got too much speed on the entry. They're still going to be side by side as they're going to turn right and then left into the Hugenholtz. It's anyone's here. They're going to continue this side by side battle. The AlphaTauri just ahead, and now good drive for the Red Bull, and they'll go side by side once again.
Rails didn't really want to give up, use all his energy, but got on the curb and lose some momentum, and now Ruthless Peach is back on P3. We saw it coming. He was preparing the overtake, and as soon as Rails did a mistake, now Ruthless Peach is back on the podium places. But Rails, I think he has the pace to stay with him and stay on the DRS range, so we're gonna see a pretty intense fight for P3 as Erkis Monte is the first one to pit and is pitting for hards, so surely a one-stop strategy if it works.
That's a very long stint on one set of tyres on 100% race distance.
Yeah, the hards can do, I think, pretty much all the race if you squeeze them, but surely you're not gonna have a very solid race pace.
No.
Yellow flag the sector.
It does look like Ruthless Peach with a little bit more speed here. Yeah. So Rails Taravillo has got a real challenge on his hands to try and stay within that DRS range. I think that's his best chance of staying with him. I have to say, Leox, so impressive. 15 laps so far, not a single penalty on the board.
Wow, that's true. It's also pretty hard to get a penalty here, in my opinion. The track is so narrow, and if you exceed too much, then we are probably out of the race, if not spinning around, as we saw someone else. As Dirtshark moves into P8, as Clay is almost in the barrier. What happened to the Aston Martin? He has dropped some few places. Now Dirtshark and Barks, who has got to pit early, are now back into the points places, P8 and P9.
Yeah, exactly. Now that when these soft-running drivers start to pit, that will bring Dirtshark further up. So a very long but still quite powerful undercut going on for Dirtshark, somewhat accidentally, and a confirmed two-stop, I'm sure, for Dirtshark.
Yep.
May even be a soft medium.
Soft medium. We have to say what the top guys are gonna do about the strategies.
It's interesting that Simapes not getting away too far at the moment. In fact, I think Nicolas Beuter at this later stage of the soft stint is going a little bit quicker.
So Nicolas Beuter has the pace to get with Simapes. He does needs the DRS, so he does need to get an undercut going, and if he manages to do so, then it's gonna be a battle on, as there's a yellow flag in sector 2. There's still the Alfa Romeo of Monty Perez.
Yeah, it's a difficult track to get out of the way of other drivers, especially if you're on your third blue flag. You need to really get off the track very quickly.
Yeah.
And that might trigger a yellow flag. I think the Ferraris are just passing each other.
Yeah.
Or very close to each other on track. The gap's really opened out.
Yeah, I think now Real Star Vio has an opportunity to get Ruthless P. For P3, Ruthless P stays on the racing line. Real Star Vio looks on the inside, and he does have some room on the inside. Ruthless P does give in, but he is getting a ton of traction on the outside, and it's gonna stay in P3, as there is a lot of movement also in the pit as well for the two Aston Martins.
Yeah, and Sicario has gone on to a second set of softs, so wanting a quick middle sector. I think Rails might... Oh, Rails getting so close. He could almost reach out and touch the back of Ruthless P's car. So close.
Ruthless P not getting the best lines. He's feeling the pressure surely of the Red Bull, and Rails knows that if he keeps on getting closer and closer, eventually it's gonna induce the AlphaTauri to a mistake.
Yeah, we just temporarily had a yellow flag for Hugenholtz. That was one of the Aston Martins. I can't be entirely sure which one it was. I'm assuming it was Clay Racing having a problem.
And now Rails getting a perfect line to the penultimate corner. Not the best one on the last corner. Is not carrying too much speed, but is surely closer than he was the last lap. And now he's gonna have a better chance to getting the AlphaTauri on the turn one, and he does. And now it's fully ahead, and Red Bull is back on P3.
Yeah, again another back and forth battle between these two. I'd like to watch other drivers, but it can't take your eyes off this battle.
No, you can't. As Erkis Monte goes fastest overall with a brand new set of softs, even faster than Simopez.
Wow.
And now
I wonder if that will affect the leaders' strategies, whether they think they'd rather have the chance to get that extra fastest lap point, because it's so powerful here in this league with the point system as you described.
Yeah.
Really important. You can stretch your finishing position by up to 10% by getting that fastest lap point. They might decide, Leox, to go soft, medium, soft for this.
It will be smart. It will definitely be smart, as I think that how much time does a pit lane takes to make a pit stop?
I want to say 22, 23 seconds, because it is all done at full racing speed for the rest of the drivers.
And maybe that's why Simopez is waiting to get the gap on the Zabijaka. He does have the times on him, but maybe he just want to be sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just want to stretch those soft tires to the end of their lives. He's now starting to get some time on Nicolas Boita. The gap is now up to 3.2 seconds. So I think Nicolas has to go for a pit stop.
Well, we're definitely nearing the end of the life of these soft tires.
I would go for whether a one-stopper, soft medium stretching the softs, or soft hard putting the hard in the next few laps.
Yeah, I heard from Lofty in the driver chat. He feels that the Alpine took him out of Tibran, but he said he had 2 laps racing last week and 4 laps this week.
Yeah,
so very frustrating, I'm sure.
Yeah, not really lucky, but still we're not at the Alpha Championship, so he's gonna have the possibility to show his pace. He show us a very interesting start, gaining 5 places on the medium, on a track where the grip is really
such good pace, really good pace.
Yep.
We might have another battle going on, Sicario and Tibran.
Yeah, they're really
to the outside, good
they're
over speed.
side.
Big tyre difference though at the moment. New softs to old mediums, so successful overtake from Sicario, but that was the way it should be. Trugster, a retirement from the session. Trugster out, and he's done that.
On track.
Somewhat near, yeah, definitely on track. Between 10 and 11.
Yep.
Turns 10 and 11. He's caught out there.
Yeah, Sicario is fighting for the points, surely, and is trying to get an undercut going on.
Clay Racing coming up behind El Crin as the pit stops and tyre differences continue. Clay Racing on new softs to warn hards of El Crin.
Yeah, Erkis is already
the gap
on.
between third and fourth seems to be quite stable at the moment.
Yeah, Erkis Monte is already on 3 stops and still in P10. That's really, really odd. He does have the pace then, if he got 3 times through the pit lane. Surely he has the pace.
If anyone is making live comments on the chat, I can't see them. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I can. And William is saying that he's expecting Simapes to be faster. He says that he's kind of slow.
Well, maybe he's managing the gap. That's always a possibility.
Yeah.
In fact, funnily enough, Clay Racing with less pace at this point than El Crin, who's racing on the hard tyres. Maybe the mediums just take a little bit longer to build the temperature.
Probably that's it.
Or maybe just the lack of a helmet.
Yeah, he's feeling.
He's getting sand in his eyes or something.
Yeah, he's feeling the wind, surely.
Yeah.
So Ruthless Peach still in the DRS range of Real Stervio. And William says that comment was like 10 laps ago, so now Nicholas...
Yeah, I've just seen it now. I've just got it, yeah. My live chat's been suspended for a while.
Yeah, and now Nicholas is 4.5 seconds, so after 10 laps with Nicholas we're 2.2, 2.3 seconds behind. Now he's losing some ground here and there.
I wonder a few laps ago whether Simapes made a mistake, because it was quite strange to see the gap suddenly drop to 2-point-something seconds, but it does seem to be out back where it was before. Lap 20 on the softs is enough for Zabijaka to scream pit stop, in he comes.
Yeah,
medium tyres ready for the driver.
Yeah, Zabijaka is fighting with Neil for the best of the rest, I have to say. Because
Dirtshark up to P7 has just got NXQK in the pits. Remember, Dirtshark has already pitted for his first pit stop.
And I think
he'll be doing a soft, medium strategy here tonight.
That's what I wanted to say. Dirtshark is trying to work the medium to make a 2-stopper, a really forced 2-stopper.
Yeah.
Since it started on soft and with an unlucky start, unlucky contact, he couldn't.
So
Neil is round.
35, 40 points from 35 or 40 laps from each set of mediums is Dirtshark. So worth keeping an eye on, seeing what kind of length of the stint he can do on those medium tyres.
I think if the softs can do 22 laps as we're watching for the top guys, then I think 30-40 laps on the mediums will not be a problem.
Okay, we shall see. I think Barks hards, I think they're not going to be quick, but they may well be okay to the end of the race. But it's going to be a long, difficult race with tyre management for Barks tonight.
Yeah, surely. And XQK now is putting the pressure on the McLaren, as soon we're going to have a fight for P5 between Neil
Nephew against uncle coming up as well.
Yeah.
NXQK has already got past Barks once today, but since the pit stop he's got to do it all over again.
Let's see.
Always fun to watch this.
Yeah, it's
I still want to see the Boiters racing, but I think am I right in understanding that they only have one PlayStation between them?
Really?
That's what I thought. I thought that they can't race on the same track at the same time.
Surely,
confirm that for us, William. We'd love to see that.
Yeah, now Dirtshark is getting past Zabijaka.
Dirtshark has got some impressive pace today.
Yeah, and he's closing in on Neil. I think he can do better than P5, Dirtshark. Otherwise, it would be a monster race pace. But
for that accident at the start, which I didn't see the the best view of it, so I can't really give any kind of judgment over that first accident. But for that, he'd be in a great position. He's currently third in the championship just from those consistent finishes, as we've mentioned before with his teammate Rils Tarabio.
He needs to get some luck and also some pace to get to fight with the Mercedes.
And NXQK has DRS on his uncle, on Barks, gets the inside line,
and
so much more grip. Wow.
Yeah, I think also Barks was a little bit too generous, maybe. Yeah.
I'll let you make that claim.
Yeah, every race I have to say something that's not fantastic about Barks, but
controversial.
Yeah, controversial. But that's for the show, obviously.
Of course. Yeah, we wouldn't want to say anything against the boss.
Yeah.
Really. Dirt Shark is 4 tenths behind Neil now. Really caught Neil quickly. We've also got Clay has come up behind Al Crin. I would say on the tyre difference alone, I don't see Barks staying with NXQK. And actually, wow, that gap has opened up. I think Barks might have had an issue. He's had to let the leader through.
Yeah.
He's had to be lapped.
And now he's getting back the time he lost, as Dirt Shark is in the DRS range of the Ferrari, and I think on the next lap he's gonna try to get past him. Also, the difference in the tire age is enormous, 14 laps, but it doesn't seem to affect him too much.
Now, NXQK is going to need to be careful here because he's let the leader go, and now he's got DRS. They've got a massive tyre difference, but if he were to ruin the race leader's race on his return after serving a race ban, I think he'd be in trouble.
Yeah, Nicolas Boita in the pit, getting the medium, tried to get the undercut, but he got 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Very, very unfortunate for the Mercedes drivers. He was too uncautious.
It is a difficult pit entry. You are coming up at near full speed at VMAX on the way into the pit lane. It's a little bit like Silverstone in that regard. Hard to spot where you've got to get the car slowed down.
I wonder what was the reaction of Nicolas Boita on that penalty. I think Willian got a pretty sweet view on it.
Well, yes, Willian I can't read his comment out, but he said the pit limiter wasn't working.
Yeah, and now
I'm not
Dirt
sure
Shark.
that's true.
Let's see, Dirt Shark on a move on Neil, going down the inside. Neil staying on the outside line, and he's gonna stay in position. We have seen
too much apex curb, I think, there, Leox, for Dirt Shark.
And he also is sliding through turn 4, which is not something very usual. But you can tell he has the pace. He just need to be closer on. By the start of the main straight, as the top 3 all pits, and so they're gonna join Nicolas Boita on the medium.
Yeah, now Nicolas might have got a good amount of time over the second and third place drivers currently, but of course with that penalty, Dirt Shark going for that inside move through turn 11, the Vodafone corner. I think he's going to get it done. He's now got DRS. He just got it done after the DRS detection zone, but they're side by side going into the chicane. Very, very tight. But
I know the Ferrari. The Ferrari is gonna have the place back on Dirt Shark, but Dirt Shark is glued to the back of the Ferrari, and also Zabijaka is joining the fight, and also Zabijaka is really, really close on Dirt Shark. So we're probably gonna see a 3-way on to turn 1.
Absolutely amazing speed coming through from the AlphaTauri driver.
I know Zabijaka gets past.
Boxed in there, isn't he? He can't really go at full speed, and wow. Zabijaka Rils is out of the race.
What happened there?
What has happened?
Let's see if we can watch him. If we can watch his car from Neil's perspective when he get there. It's really.
The driver's not really respecting the yellow flags there.
No, they're not.
Yeah, Rils out between turns 10 and 11. We've seen that twice today already. We won't see the car from Neil.
No.
It's now been cleared by the stewards, but Nicolas Boita get a new fastest lap. Down the inside goes Zabijaka. Rils Tarabio, leading the championship, has had his DNF now.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for Zabijaka moving to the very last second to the left. Dirt Shark almost running into the back of the AlphaTauri. So we spoke about how much solid the Red Bulls are, and there you go, their shark on the back of the grid after turn lap 1, and Rustaravio out of the race. He probably lost the car.
I feel like when Dirt Shark has got rid of these two drivers in front of him, that might not be easy. He's on the worst tyres at the moment, but when he does get past them, I think he's got a good chance to see this race and possibly get towards the podium.
Wow, to Ruthless Peach, he does have the pace. We know that for sure. But now Ruthless Peach is gonna have
Zabijaka is trying.
Yeah,
he almost got underneath the driver, the Ferrari driver there. Didn't quite do it, but it would have been a big accident if they'd have come together there.
yeah. Simo Pets goes fastest with a 1:13.7. Yep. And this three-way battle for P4 is getting really, really intense. They've not gone into each other. They never touched each other yet. We saw a very interesting moment 2 laps before where Dirt Shark was boxed between Neil in front and Zabijaka on the right, and he couldn't move. And now Zabijaka is gonna have an opportunity. On turn 1, he's already turning up the energy. The DRS is open, and Niels does have some decent straight line speed, and he stays in P4.
He was derating down the straight as well.
Yeah.
Did seem to pull away slightly, so it must be favouring top speed on the setup.
And he's gonna enjoy this decision that he made on the setup right now, because they can't get past him unless Neil makes a mistake.
Now, Willian is talking about the commentator's curse. I wonder, did we say something positive about Reels Taravio? That being consistent, maybe?
Yeah, we did.
Is that the problem?
Yeah. We did, and we did on multiple occasions today. So
yeah. But we didn't say he's definitely going to finish or anything silly like that. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
As Simopets is definitely going to finish this race. Let me try.
Okay. Nicholas Boyter has to finish second today, surely.
Surely. Let's see, Zabijaka is closing in on Neil. He's got a pretty good last corner. Let's see if he's got. Neil is running out of energy, and Neil stays on the inside, but Zabijaka doesn't have the chance to fight him. Ooh, and he's trying everything. He's looking for every space that he has, as Dirt Shark as well is looking to pick up the scrap of this battle.
For Zabijaka, if he can't use the DRS, then any move he makes to distract Neil in his mirrors is going to open the door for Dirt Shark behind. It's Zabijaka in a really tough position.
Also, Barks is getting closer to his nephew NXQK.
Dear.
So there is coming back. NXQK lost the power of the first few laps of the softs, and Zabijaka goes wide, and down Dirt Shark has an opportunity. Let's see if it's gonna happen.
Definitely open.
Yeah. And now Neil has to push as much as he can. Dirt Shark goes deep on the braking zone, but Zabijaka holds the position.
I think Dirt Shark could have been side by side there into the turn 12. I think he could have hung out, but I think he was going for a switchback.
Yeah.
Or a very late braking. So, yeah, maybe he'll think about that next time, because we have seen drivers go side by side through there.
Yeah, and this is not really helping Dirt Shark, because there are and a big snap of oversteer, so you can tell he's pushing. There are still 41.
Barks is half a second behind NXQK next. So
on the straight.
DRS open. NXQK, I think, has spent quite a lot of DRS, but half a second is not enough, even with DRS down that short straight.
Yeah, NXQK surely has some more straight line speed than the McLaren driver. Still, the difference in the tire is so huge. And NXQK with fresh softs, and Barks with all the hards. And still, the McLaren is holding onto the Alfa Romeo.
Got Another penalty now for El Crin this time.
Well, Crin is... Yep.
The one penalty for Nicholas Boyd, of course, he will serve that in the pits next time round.
Yeah, and now Dershak is really close to Zabishaka, but Zabishaka has the DRS, the strength line speed, and he is actually pulling away from the Red Bull. And now Dershak is praying that Zabishaka and Nils get to fight more, or at least Zabishaka to lose the DRS on the Ferrari.
Absolutely, Dershak does have a lot more speed in the middle sector. Almost certainly carrying more downforce.
Yeah, he does.
The middle sector gives you lots of speed in qualifying trim. El Crin is retired from the session. We're down to 12 drivers now.
Yeah, we saw him straight passing the trio. Yeah, the trio straight passing him. You can tell Dershak is pushing, does have to stay behind, not do mistakes, and try to get the best out of the battle up in front.
Brabus is officially gone. I think he might have gone on to another race somewhere, but he was with us for a long time as spectator, I think.
Yeah. And now Barks getting past NXQK, and they're actually side by side, so let's stay on board with them. Let's see if NXQK is gonna try to make a move. He's not, so Barks get P7 back again.
Barks really closed the door on the way into the corner as well, didn't he? Went straight across to the middle of the track.
Yeah, he didn't want to know anything from his second. But now NXQK is gonna have DRS. He's using all the energy that he has. He doesn't have a much. Barks stays on the racing line. NXQK swoops past him on the inside and gets fully ahead.
Ooh, but outbrakes himself slightly there, Leox.
Yeah, but Barks clipped the inside curb and couldn't manage to get the place back. Still an intense fight for P4 actually.
That's right.
Since we lost Real Staravia.
Yeah, sadly we saw Pat on the first, just after the first corner, I think. Brabus after into lap two.
Yeah.
Lofty got to lap 4, and then we also lost Trugster, Motti Peretz. Rils Taravio, the highest profile driver to slip out of the race today, was leading the championship. I don't think it will be at the end of the race.
Yeah.
And then El Crin just recently.
Yeah, I think Nicolas Botha is gonna be the new championship leader, because he's surely gonna finish second. Right, William?
I have another co-commentator who, every time he joins someone on board, they crash shortly afterwards. Yeah, it's becoming not funny. It's happening so often.
Yeah, he might just want to avoid someone he likes too.
Yeah. I said he should charge money to not go on board.
Yeah.
At this point. Actually, these three in the midfield here, well, fourth onwards, are actually starting to catch drivers at the back and starting to plan some lapping manoeuvres. As Clay Racing has just made a move on Tibran and got him just as they come upon blue flags, I imagine. So Clay Racing might have been pushing the limits of the steward's patience with those blue flags.
But he got away with it, luckily for him. And now Clay is gonna have a really a sweet gap on
Tibran. He had
Tibran.
to blend out of the throttle, didn't he, to go down the main straight, which is not a great place to give up the places.
Yeah, because Dershak was a little bit too far away. Now Zabishaka is really, really close to Neil, but we're heading to the second sector, so there's not gonna be a huge fight, or will be, because Zabi
this is going to be the best opportunity for Zabijak, and I think he knows it. I think that's why he's pushing so hard. There will be an opportunity as they head towards turn 11. We've seen a couple of moves into that corner. He can stay super close.
3 tenths behind, and his pushing is really, really close, almost touching the rear wing of the Ferrari, and it didn't get the best line out of it. Nils says in the middle of the track. Zabishaka have a look on the inside, but decides to prepare another overtake, but that's
More
not the best line.
Supreme driving with these three. Really
Yeah.
good stuff.
Zabijaka got a little bit of a snaps of oversteer on the last
That's
corner.
going to cost him all the way down the straight.
Yeah, and he's pulling away, obviously. Wow.
Well, it cost him momentum from his optimal, but yeah, that was a problem. So Dirt Shark approaching 33 laps now on the medium tyre.
Yeah.
As I say, he still needs to get a few more out of them to split the race, the remainder of the race in half on the medium tyres.
Yeah, surely when
Still a long way before the other medium runners will be coming in.
Yeah, surely when Dirt Shark pits, then he's gonna have a big undercut on these two.
So Willian has gone from saying, "Do the commentator's curse whenever you like," to now saying, "Please stop."
Yeah, I think he was referring to Simopeds in the first messages, and the second on
you need to
Nicholas.
be more specific, Willian. You need to tell us what you want.
And I think he's gonna confirm that we can easily say that Simopeds is gonna get 11 points today.
Well,
10
he
plus
just
1.
got a new fastest lap, didn't he?
Yeah,
so,
he did.
Certainly on track, and he hasn't even put the softs on. In comes Dirt Shark.
Yeah.
Now, is that an interesting manoeuvre? Does he decide to go for hard tyres here because he's still got a fair distance?
He does not. Yeah.
This stop now, this could be the second of his really long undercuts.
Why?
Tonight.
Yeah, and I was watching him in the pit lane, and it looks like his pit stop really lost way too much. Maybe it was a bug, and now he's just praying that Neil and Zabijaka fight for
Sometimes we just get that pit, that leaving the pits glitch. And he just disappeared, teleported. I just caught it on the stream. Seemed to teleport out of his box. So it was just a little timing glitch. But he's got some nice, open, clear track in front of him. That's going to be really interesting. He's now 18 seconds away from Zabijaka. So let's watch that gap and what happens as he starts to pump in the laps now.
Yeah, and Ercus Montag got past the McLaren of Barks for P8, as Barks, I think he's surely thinking about the strategy. Maybe he wants to get the mediums on, or maybe he's thinking, let's go on with it. As NXQK goes round and loses the place on the Ferrari and the McLaren, and is now in P9.
That's a shame for NXQK. He was driving very, very well.
Yeah.
Very well indeed. And it's a little bit ahead of any problems with the soft tyres. He might decide, though, after doing 1.5 spin turns on those softs, it might be good to come in the pits and put mediums on for the end there, Leox. What do you think?
Yeah, he's surely, if the temperature is now going to be a problem too, because there is not really a cool down lap here in Zandvoort, so it might be a good call. As now Dirt Shark has already gained 5 tenths in 1 or 2 sectors, so
it's exactly what NXQK does into the pits. And we've heard from Janjio for the first time, who says, go Simopeds.
Yeah.
So, a Simopeds fan, sure.
I can't remember if it's dad or his uncle. No, maybe, I think I think it's his uncle. Because Max Pets is the dad, right? Yeah. I think so.
We have to get some clarification on that. It's important to get these facts correct. Now, Dirt Shark has gained a second on Zabijaka and Neil, who are somewhat slowing each other down at this point now. Dirt Shark, because he could hold on the old tyres, he's now got a good position, although I would expect Zabijaka and Neil to be pitting for softs next time.
Also, Ruthless Pijed is gonna pit for softs. Obviously, it doesn't seem like a threat right now. Dirt Shark. Ooh, and Neil goes a little bit too wide now. Zabijaka gets past him in there, side by side actually, on the start of the second sector, and this is going to be really, really interesting.
Not quite enough room left there between the two cars.
Ooh, touching, banging wheels.
That allowed Neil to get back. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit spicy, isn't it?
Yeah, and now Zabijaka is making a move down inside and forcing Neil in the gravel.
Goes Neil. That's I think that was getting a little bit too hard fought. What do you say,
Yeah, it was really, really intense after so many laps switching position. Now there is Clay in the middle of the pair, dividing two really,
I think he's the peacekeeper between those two.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing now.
There was a that was I was trying to say.
Okay.
And now
holding these two from causing a problem with each other, but he has got DRS on the car in front as well.
Yeah,
now.
I think Clay looked for a move. Then he's trying to make a move actually on Zabijaka. He does have blue flags, surely, on Neil, but he says, you know what? I'm P11, 10 seconds behind NXQK, and he's actually given up, and he handled the place back to Neil. Hi Max in the chat. Yep.
Yeah, hi to Max indeed. William says Brooks is the nightmare of the top drivers. Does he mean Barks, do you think?
No, Brooks is his nephew. He's an XQK.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Last year
I didn't know what his name was.
last year his name was on the PSN was Brooks Littlehood. It was really, really cool because they were all battling almost every race with similar names. It was really, really fun to watch.
We've got Crin in the driver chat asking for donations of a new steering wheel if someone can come so he can destroy his gamepad. So
in the Discord chat.
If you've got money to spare, then send it Crin's way.
From the serious voice, I was thinking there was something something important. Okay.
Neil then, still on the back of Zabijaka, and that gap back to Dirt Shark, now 13.7 seconds. So this is really helping Dirt Shark get up in the order, up towards P4 potentially here. And of course, it only takes a small mistake from one of the top three, and Dirt Shark could end up on the podium.
Yeah, exactly.
As we've said many times here, like I think the only person who can ruin Simapez's race is Simapez.
Yeah, surely. And we've seen running his race in the second round. I believe it was in Austria.
Yeah, he did lose focus, didn't he?
Yeah,
in Austria.
In a couple of times, and he lost the race. Actually, lost the race to Brabus. And there's a yellow flag. It's a Ferrari.
It's the entry to the pit lane area.
It's Neil. Neil has lost the car. Now their Shark is surely going to come back, and now Zabijaka can finally breathe.
Oh, Neil is right across the middle of the track there, trying to rejoin. Obviously, it's walls either side, so you can't really go off track. But a big dramatic moment for Dirt Shark.
Yeah, and now Zabijaka, and look at that, it's went to Mercedes and a 3-4 AlphaTauri.
Now, I don't think that Zabijaka has any option here. It must be mediums to see the race out. Sorry, Neil. I mean, Neil.
Oh, okay. And Neil goes softs.
Okay. So he's going to want to do quite a lot of laps on those tyres. What's that, 29?
Yeah, 29, you're right. But it's not going to be possible. I mean, maybe it is. We have seen the top four driving for 25 laps, and now there is they're not the tank is a little bit emptier. Can you say that?
Just goes to show you can't assume anyone is going to finish the race. This track will attack the drivers at any given moment.
Yeah.
You never know quite where to look for the next accident.
And now the field is a little bit spread. We are waiting for some drivers to pit. We are waiting, I think, Ruthless Paged and Zabijaka. And also, Ruthless Paged is... I know it's 13 seconds actually. I thought it was 13 seconds to the leader. But...
no, sadly not.
Sadly not. Otherwise, no. Nicolas Poita penalty of 5 seconds would have played a much bigger role in this race.
So Nicolas Poita will serve that in the pit lane next time through, running the soft, medium, soft strategy, as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't be long before the drivers are back battling with each other. does have a habit of flowing that way. Still see Dirt Shark pretty quick on these tyres. He needs to be careful not to run them too hard through the end of the race.
Also, I have to say Neil getting on with Barks, because now Neil has a brand new set of softs and is 5 seconds off Barks with a very old medium. Hard, 40 laps of hards. So probably Neil is gonna catch the McLaren in a matter of laps.
Just looking at Simapes, everything looking very normal and calm in the cockpit as he puts a purple final sector in on 17 lap old mediums. I can't wait to see what kind of pace he and Nicholas Boita will unlock at the end of this race as well.
Yep.
Interesting that Ruthless Pige, he lasted longer than Nicholas Boita on his laps before pitting.
Yeah, and now Neil set also a purple last sector. Very interesting on this brand new set of softs. We might see fastest lap is now Neil is catching Ruthless P and he's actually looking to unlap himself because he's gaining a lot of time on him.
Well, he's got those new softs, so he's, as long as he doesn't make contact or force Ruthless Pige off the track, he's absolutely entitled to unlap himself if he's got the speed difference.
Yeah, and this might play in Dirt Shark hands because he might slow down a little bit Ruthless P, making a little bit of upsets, maybe a mistake that costs 5-10 seconds. Ruthless P is waving and letting Neil by, so very sportsmanship-like from Ruthless P. Really great to see.
He doesn't want someone moving around in his mirrors. I think he'd rather control his own race pace.
Yeah, and it's completely fine doing that. He doesn't have at the moment the chance to get in the 5-second range of Nicholas Boita, and is over 50 seconds clear of Dirt Shark. So
I don't think I've seen a driver yield to a lapped driver so easily before, but I think it is quite smart.
Yeah, it is, surely. He might try to also to stay with Neil with the DRS, but we don't have the gap, so we don't know if he has the DRS. We don't have the direct gap.
What is really interesting here is that Simapes on lap 46 is about to lap Dirt Shark in 5th.
Wow.
You're going to have to read the next comment in the chat from Gian Pez. Surely one of the Pezes.
And he says, you don't show the leading car too much. Since he's always winning, it doesn't create interest. And I have to say, you're right.
Yeah. I'm afraid Simapes will have to.
He went too much.
Cry his tears into a trophy.
Yeah,
that we don't give lots of time to watching a Mercedes go around.
We watched him a lot during Austria because he was creating, I have to say, drama.
Clay racing out of the race. Oh, and in quite a dangerous position as well.
You're right. And Neil
really
gets
dangerous position for the leader and Dirt Shark to pass at that point.
Yeah. Let me answer very quickly in Italian to Jumpet, so maybe I can. Quindi sì, facciamo vedere poco Simo, perché vince sempre, sta sempre al primo posto con un gap di 8-10 secondi, ma l'abbiamo fatto vedere molto in Austria la seconda gara perché aveva fatto qualche errore ed era molto molto interessante, ma lo farò vedere di più, tranquillo. Ok, here I am back.
Grazie mille, Forza Ferrari.
You had to give your your contribute.
It's only right. It's only fair. Barks had a moment there. He was under the DRS zone of Neil, but looks like Neil's dispatched him pretty quickly, and actually T-Bran lets him through as well. T-Bran being lapped by the 7th and 6th place drivers here.
Yep. As William says, Simapes is the Carlos Sainz of the UK, as says 0 screen time. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, tell Simapes to slow down and then we'll watch him.
Yeah. I'll ask him, yeah. by the end of the race.
No, exactly. Well, the order on lap 48 of 72, Simapes is, of course, in the lead, but exactly where he started, 8 seconds ahead of Nicolas Boita and Ruthless Peach. Hasn't changed in the top 3. Then we've got Xabi Xhaka, 39 seconds back, but in P4, 6 places up from his start place. Dirt Shark, he is where he started, but that doesn't tell the tale of his race. He started in P5. He was near the back of the grid after an incident on lap 1 and has recovered all the way back up to where he started from. Then we've got Neil, who has been inconsistent but fast at times, and Barks, typically very consistent but on difficult, hard tyres as usual. Then Hercus Monte. Barks has gained 8 places, I must say. Hercus Monte's in 8th, up 1. Sicario down 1. NXQK, also impressive, I think. He's had a good race up until his little Spinella in 10th. He's up 6 places, but has gained from a lot of retirements. And then the last driver still in the race is 11th placed T-Bran, who is up 2 from his starting place.
Yeah, impressive from Barks. I didn't actually consider the fact that he started P15 and is now in P7, running solidly with those hards. I mean, yes, 14 seconds to Hercus, and there are 23 laps to go, so the gap is quite huge. Yes, Hercus has to gain half a second every lap as Simapes goes purple in the middle sector.
He does, and he passes Dirt Shark and gets purple middle sector at the same time.
Yeah.
So Simapes has now lapped all but the top 4. So the first race of this season, he lapped the entire field. Do we think that's on tonight? I don't think he's going to lap Nicolas Boita today.
No, it's
fastest lap at 12.7. That's just rude. That's unreasonably good.
Reasonably good on those mediums with what happened there? How many ERS does he have? Yeah.
No, I can't. I don't know. I can't explain that.
Yeah, it's a qualifying time. Qualifying time. It was a very smooth lap because on a medium, how many laps does he have this medium?
22.
22 laps on a medium.
What does that mean for his soft run at the end? On light fuel.
It's gonna be surely in the 11th. I wonder if it's gonna be a 10 by the end of the race.
I wonder if he pushes too hard. Honestly, I'm sure he's having fun doing those fastest laps, and he must be on a charge lap now because Dirt Shark has caught him right back up again.
Yeah, surely.
But yeah, I think he's just out there having fun. But you can have too much fun out in the lead.
Yeah, he's probably gonna do a push lap, then recharge all the battery, another push lap, and Simapes waves to Dirt Shark. So I think he's just
through.
But Dirt Shark doesn't want to get through. But Simapes really insists. He says, "Please go."
This is like the DRS zone in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, exactly.
Verstappen and Leclerc, this one, yeah.
But they were fighting it. Nicolas Boita goes into the pit, serve his 5-second time penalty. And so he's going to come out
just when he's about to have 21 laps remaining of the race. Perfect soft tyre length.
Ruthless
and a little bit of tyre saving, I imagine, left to do. Simapes might wait quite a while to go for it.
I have to say, this could have been an easy soft strategy, but the rules don't allow it.
What chance do you think the top 2 currently to get to the end to put 20 more laps on those mediums? What chance do you think there is?
I think a high chance. I think you're thinking Ruthless Peach to go to the end with this medium. I think Nicolas Boita in 2 laps, if Ruthless Peach doesn't pit, is gonna get catched. I mean, Nicolas Boita is gonna catch Ruthless Peach because the softs are way too powerful. But surely Ruthless Peach can go to the end, can try this bold move. Nothing really.
No, and he's got 2 cars in between them as well. Nicolas Boita, purple middle sector.
Yeah, it's answering our questions, surely.
Well, obviously that the initial speed will go from the Mercedes. I just wonder, Ruthless Peach, not much to lose here.
Yeah, exactly.
By trying to stay out. He can see what the pace difference looks like, but he's not going to lose third place, sorry, and he can only gain 2nd place. So I'm interested to see if he will give it a go.
Yeah, if I were here, I would try. Surely, I would surely. I mean, there's nothing to lose. Nicholas is gaining 1 second in one lap, but maybe you can hold on in the main straight if you have a really draggy setup.
Well, we know he has got top speed. We've seen that already.
Exactly.
And if he can keep putting a car in between the two drivers, I think Simapet's about to lap Dirt Shark again. Is he really playing around with Dirt Shark like a shark plays with its food?
Yeah.
But the other way around. What kills a shark? I don't know. They're the top of the food chain.
Maybe. No, I have no idea. I was about to say some dumb stuff, so.
No, maybe a megalodon. There you go. Megalodon.
A megalodon is actually in the shark family.
True.
So that's.
Dirt Shark hasn't told us what type of shark he is, so.
Exactly, sure. That's why we are commentating Formula 1 and not on the BBC documentary.
Yeah.
For anyone wondering.
On Shark Week, we'll be otherwise engaged. I'm sure. We'll have plenty of bookings
by the end of the race, I'm gonna do What Shark Are You? Next week, you'll know.
It's reached that stage of the race now where we're talking like this.
And now Sabishaka has
just pitted and has come out behind Neil, and back on the pace straight away.
Yeah, 4/10 of a second behind with a brand new set of softs. He does have the pace, surely.
As I think here comes Simapes into the pits for his final pit stop. So the gap between second and third now down to 3.5 seconds, but they are still have a car in between them, and I think they're about to have another car in between them if Rufus Peach can get past his teammate.
As now Simapets pits for his brand new set of sauces, Sabishaka goes down inside to at least have a look on it, because Niels is in the outside line. As Nicholas goes fastest with the 1:12.7, and
I'm going to ride with Simapes and see what he's up to.
Okay,
I imagine this will be
a banger.
A good lap.
Yeah, surely. I think we should give some screen time for Simapes when he starts the first lap on this brand new set of softs. Still, Zabishaka
harvested almost a full battery as well.
Wow.
Simapes.
Okay, this is gonna get spicy. As Zabishaka is really close to Neil. But I want to see Simapes lap as well. Where is he on track, Simapes? He's at the last
Just
corner
about
now?
To start his lap, yeah.
Okay, so let's see the main straight battle between Zabishaka and Neil. Let's switch to the Mercedes.
Yeah, Zabishaka is close, 3/10. That should be enough. He's got loads of ERS left as well, which the Ferrari does not have, but he still can't get up. Though it looks like Neil giving the space to a move that would just welcome the move to happen.
Yeah, but Neil got a really nice traction on the outside line as Simapes goes purple by 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, really going for it here.
Yeah.
It's now, and then it'll be just at the end of the race when the car is lightest, I think.
Yeah, maybe he's gonna try to beat once more. If he has the
Jan
pace.
says thanks for answering him in Italian as well.
No problem. No, nessun problema. Okay. 7/10 of a second span, and he's going for the high 11.
Let's see what kind of time he can do here.
Yeah.
As we said, currently Nicholas Boyter has a 12.7.
I think that's gonna be smashed.
Lopez, yeah.
Yeah, 1:11.7. 0.7.
Puts a whole second on his best time in one attempt.
Yeah, well,
tremendous stuff.
Tremendous. Zabishaka is really close to Neil on the straight. Also, Nicholas Boyta is closing in on Ruthless Pieged. Ruthless Pieged is trying his hardest to stay in front of the Mercedes, as we said, he has nothing to lose and is trying to win the battle for P2 with a very different...
Zabijak is almost pushing Neil around the middle sector here.
Oh no, Zabijak is taking a very...
Way too much curb.
Yeah, too much of the inside.
Yeah, you think it might be time now for Pige. I don't think he's going to be able to defend for much longer. This is bizarre. These two for second and third are just behind on track the battle for fifth and sixth.
Yeah.
Such is the pace of the top four, the top three today. So much quicker than everybody.
I wonder where Dershak would have been if he wouldn't have got to the incident, as Zabijak tried to make a move down the inside once again. Neil stays in the outside line. Nicolas Boita in the meantime has overtaken Ruthless Piged just up in front of them.
There we go. So second place confirmed for Nicolas Boita on lap 57. Ruthless Pige. It was a nice experiment, but I feel like he would almost certainly need to come in the pits now. He's got a completely free pit stop behind him. He could probably make 2 pit stops, in fact.
If he wants. Zabijak is trying to get the overtake on sector 2. It's really hard to get the move on. And this...
We had such large gaps through the field earlier.
Ooh, Zabijak goes down inside of Neil. Now they're going side by side. He does have the DRS.
Side into side.
Yeah. He's driving to the right, almost completely.
Move complete though for Zabijak, up to 5th place, some 24 seconds off Dirt Shark. And when you think Dirt Shark was so far behind these guys, and he's gained 24 seconds on the car behind him.
And now Neil is gonna try to make a move down the inside, and he does have the pace to do so.
Zabijak really struggled to pass the Ferrari, so I think the difference in top speed is quite extreme. Barks pits from those hards. He's not going to one-stop this race after all, Leox.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Also to enjoy the last laps, otherwise it would be really hard. Ooh, and Zabijak
once again.
Yeah.
About to snowplow Neil off the track.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs to fit some spikes on the front of his front wing.
Yeah, that would be
racist style.
Really helpful. Yeah.
That wouldn't pass the minimum radius ruling, of course, on the front wings.
Zabijak tried to make a move around the outside of the Ferrari. Neil holding to the right hand side of the track. Zabijak still on the left, but gets a little bit of an oversteer. Now Neil is gonna stay in P5, but look at this beautiful switchback line from Zabijak. Energy.
Great driving. Zabijak, but no! Spins! 360, 720, sorry.
A lot of
1.5 spins at least.
Yeah.
Now he's going back and forth to try and turn the car at slow speed without a front wing. Oh, it was all going so well.
For Zabijak. Yeah, it was really intense. As you were saying, really
I did
good
just say he was
drive.
driving well.
Yeah. That's on you. That's on
Okay.
You. Okay.
As I said before, Simmerpet's driving really well.
Yeah. Incredibly well. Yeah, as I send you a very yeah, I send you very interesting leak of the race in Discord.
Yeah, the stream elements seem to be indicating that the stream is also on YouTube. I'm not sure.
No, I'm not sure that's true now. Also, look at the Discord chat.
Maybe it's mirrored. I'm not sure.
If you look at the Discord chat, if you can, whenever you can.
Sure. Okay, getting the research in. Excellent.
Yeah. Let's see, Barks, who is with his brand new set of softs, it would be just like getting the breath, some oxygen after this very long stint on the
Yeah, he
hards.
is going to really enjoy those soft tyres. It's going to be like a different formula, I think.
Yeah.
53 lap old hards onto new softs must feel like a completely different car. It's coming alive. He's got grip to spare. Screams past Sicario.
Yeah, very good overtake by the McLaren. Oh, there is someone. Oh, an XQK's round. An XQK's round.
Number 2 for NXQK today.
Yeah, Tibran is closing in on him. So this is gonna be a fight for P10, as also Tibran does have a brand new set of softs.
But a penalty to pay as well, a 3-second penalty Tibran. So NXQK has 11 laps to hold on and stay within 3 seconds.
It's gonna be
Tibran.
It's gonna be a very hard task, surely.
Could be, especially with those new soft tyres.
Yeah.
We do keep spinning. It looks like we've got a Ferrari passing a Alpha Tauri.
Yeah,
it's just a lapping maneuver, is it?
It's Neil and Ruthless Peas. Yep. So with
again, a soft tyre run that's going to be very long for Neil.
Yeah.
I remember he pitted. It wasn't optional, that pit. That was a forced pit stop due to damage. So he's now got a tough task ahead of him to finish the race without stopping again.
Yep. Ruthless sorry. We had 19 runners, only 11 finisher at the moment. So there have been a lot of DNF. So you can tell Zandvoort is a very deadly track. One mistake here and your race is almost gone.
You get enough retirements from a 50% race around Zandvoort, so
yeah.
All credit to the drivers for the 11 that are still in this race. It is a very, very tough circuit. Neil pits again. He's not happy. He's not able to run to the end of this race, so confirming that. Neil in the pits for a new set of softs, I think.
And Ercus is going to get P6, P5 Ercus. So very consistent race for Ercus Monte.
So it's all gone quiet again. Sicario's trying to stay with Barks, but I don't think he's going to manage it. Barks is on a tear now. The Ferrari comes out of the pits of Neil ahead of that group. Barks will see Neil as he goes down the main straight, and I don't know if he fancies an extra place today. Barks making the most places so far out of everybody.
We haven't seen the true pace of Barks due to the tires that he chose to wear, the hard tires, dark compound. So I have to say Barks is gaining on Neil. Maybe it was the pit exit, but Barks gained half a second on him.
Well, just because William frequently calls us out for commentators' curse, he said he didn't think Ruthless Peach will make the end of the race on the tyres. So let's see. Definitely a tough ask, but
I mean, he does have so much time behind it. I think it will be at least cool for him try to go for the fastest lap, wait another 5 laps, and then try to get a qualifying time on the board, because Simopeds really did an impressive job with a 1:11.7.
right.
Yeah.
Clear second faster than himself and anybody else.
Yeah.
On their fastest laps so far, but I think the race is still young to see the fastest time that Simopeds can run.
I have to say, the difference between the softs at the very start of their stint and around lap 15, it's quite different.
Yeah.
But also the fuel, the weight of the fuel gets a pretty even roll. So
yeah, they say about a tenth a lap of fuel, don't they?
Really?
It's what you give up.
Wow. So he might have a. Actually, I think he's pushing because he's using all his energy. So let's see his first sector, and he's only down by 0.02 of a second. So he's surely going for a fastest lap attempt.
Middle of the stint attempt, then.
Yeah. And there's yellow flag. Okay, no, there was nothing. Let's see, Simapets through the second sector. And it's still 200, so he only gained 1,000 of a second through the second sector. Impressive.
Tell this driver knows his way around and has put so much practice in to be this good and this consistent.
And just finished the energy on the right time, and
he beat it.
Yeah, by 500ths of a second.
He beat it 10 laps, well, say 9 laps after his last attempt. On 9 lap older tyres, he gets the fastest lap. So for me, I think that fuel trade-off, that could well be on for him later. He's actually used he's in the yellow in his fuel at the moment, so he might just need to coast for a bit.
Yeah.
Just be guaranteed that he'll get to the end of this race. But yeah, amazing pace throughout the race from Simapes.
Yeah, he's gonna nurse the tires till the very end and then try to go for another fastest lap just for fun. And he's gonna try to get in the 11.6, and I think the 11.6, I think it's surely in the top 10 of qualifying, right?
Yes, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yes. But he's getting that on lap 65 of this race.
I think if we asked Simapes to qualify on 16 lap old softs every week, it might be a fair fight.
Yeah, probably. He's a practice tire. And then
right, so that's the next challenge.
Yeah.
Drive the entire qualifying and then only set your lap on the last run for qualifying.
Yeah, and start the race with this 16 old softs.
So we've got a claim from Willian here saying that the NXQK is trying to push is trying to push Nicholas off the track today. Obviously, we haven't seen it, but he's got past. He's lapped him twice now.
Nicholas is Nicholas Latifi? Or Nicholas someone else?
Nicholas Boita.
Oh, of course. Sorry. I don't know. I hope I didn't read Nicholas Boita. Surely.
I think. Well, so NXQK is really struggling to hold on to the car here. He's off into the gravel slightly, so really rattled in that battle for holding off the other cars. And then I think Simapes can now see Dirt Shark ahead of him on most parts of the track to lap the 4th place driver before the end of the race.
And he's gonna catch him surely. Because
or will he stay behind him for the DRS for the final final lap attempt?
It would be really, really cool. Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, Willian says he should just qualify on hards, but
yeah, I think Simo is pushing once more. No, he's not. He's 7/10 down. So, but he's using some energy. So I think he doesn't believe in another shot.
Okay. Still got 5 laps to go though. 5 laps to go of this epic Dutch Grand Prix here.
Let's see the position change once more in the top 11. Only drivers who stays equal or gain places. Everyone else who lost places DNF'd. So we have Simapes who started on pole and is gonna finish on pole. Nicholas Boita in P2.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed, obviously. Nicholas Boita a guaranteed P2 as well. Right, William? Yeah. Ruthless Peach in P3, so the podium says the same. Dirt Shark, impressive P4. It started P5, and you watch the qualifying, you watch and you skip it to now. You think, oh, Dirt Shark, solid job, getting 1 places, and then you watch all the race and you see that Dirt Shark was P18 at one moment, and so impressive serve from Dirt Shark. Arquismonte from P9 to P5. Ooh, Simapes, 3-second time penalty.
Yeah.
Neil from P7 up to P6. Barks, really, really good job from P15 to P7 with a very difficult strategy. Sicario staying P8, Zabijaka gaining a place, and XQK in the points, gaining 6 places.
Very good. I think NXQK is on target to hold off T-Bran.
Yeah, he is. I think
T-Bran, I think, must have had another problem or pitted again. Is that why he's fallen so far back? Because T-Bran was right behind him earlier.
Yep.
So I think perhaps T-Bran having another off moment. We've seen NXQK off the circuit slightly as well after his spin. So T-Bran with perhaps even a more inconsistent performance than NXQK so far.
Not the best race for T-Bran.
Oh, out of the race goes Neil.
Oh,
who's just spun on the exit of the Audi S, the turn 12 and 13 corner, hit the front wing off, taken the front corner off as well. Drama late into the race as we lose one of the Ferraris. The drivers will have enough laps left, the bottom two, to actually overtake him.
Yeah,
Neil. Should mean points for everybody.
Yeah, Neil was driving really his heart out on. It was also the reserve race, and he was pretty much every time in this race ahead of Erkis Monte till his pit stop, and he's just lost the car there, probably due to a lack of concentration. With 3 laps to go, it's really painful. But that's it for the Ferrari of Neil.
Does the phrase "eagle owl" mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's really hard to as a translation in Italian, but it doesn't have a correspondent in English. It means that a bird that doesn't bring luck.
Okay,
yeah.
So yes, Max Perez is begging you to stop it. We have to have some fun here, Max Perez. Sorry about it, but
yeah. Yeah, sorry, Max Perez. But Simo Perez with 3 laps to go. Hasn't catched still Dirshark, and I don't think he will, but he's storing some energy. And there is someone still in Zabijaka in P8. Was in P8?
Oh, right in the middle of the track as well for Dirshark too. He's in 2 minds, left or right.
Yeah.
And he went left in the end and survived that one. But yeah, Zabijaka turnaround as well. It's really happening now to the drivers as their focus drops as in line sometimes with the tyre grip.
Yeah, and that's Zabijaka goes into the pits. He does have the time on an XQK, and you can tell Simo Perez is lifting the throttle to store as much energy as he can on this penultimate lap. He's braking through middle straight, almost actually locking up.
Okay, well, we'll ride with Simo Perez maybe for his final lap.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else is going to make an overtake. Yeah, well, Nicholas Boyce are coming out of the pits in line with Zabijaka, but that's done and dusted, that move.
No, surely not. So let's see if Simo Perez can give us another fastest lap. We have seen Erkis Monte.
It could be a DNF, I suppose, if he pushes too hard. We've already seen drivers push too hard, and Rufus Page is going to go for a 44-lap medium stint to finish this race.
Impressive by Ruthless Page. And he's gonna say P3. Let's see Simo Perez, who is preparing this lap as a qualifying lap. Just a little touch of energy into the final corner, and let's ride on board with the Mercedes. Braking at 50 meter boards, a little bit of a lock up there.
It's late. Yeah, you can see he hasn't got the grip he wants.
He's pushing surely. Perfect line through the first sector, really beautiful. Going really deep to get a slingshot exit here, using all this energy. I don't think that's the best lap he had. Let's see from here, and it's almost 200s. Yeah, it's really close.
All the mistakes we've seen, all the oversteer moments we've seen, just tells you how much the fuel makes a difference.
No, too wide. I don't think this is gonna be the lap. The fastest lap I would love
He's
to.
going to spend everything he can,
Yeah,
isn't
he does. Yeah, but you also the snap of oversteer here. Let's see the second. Yeah, it's 4 tenths down. Sadly, Simpets can have another fastest lap.
It was fun while it lasted
Yeah.
for that run.
But now Simpets is gonna finish the lap. And Dershak is waiting for the leader not to do another lap. Not to do another lap as Simpets cross the line and win the Dutch Grand Prix. Dershak had enough. Actually, he didn't manage to.
Oh no, did he not?
No, he didn't.
Simapes, that was cruel of Simapes to force Dershak to do an extra lap there. That was absolutely cruel, but a win nonetheless. And a second place confirmed for Nicolas Boiter as well.
Yeah, so 1-2 for Mercedes in qualifying, a 1-2 for Mercedes in the race. 20 points in the bag, the maximum they can get. Ruthless Page finally getting a podium. I believe it's the first one, if I'm not mistaken. And with a very long stint on the medium, impressive race pace. Dershak, I'm waiting for him because
I've been waiting a long time.
Yeah,
he's going to be the last one to cross the line. MXQK gets a personal best on the final lap as well, which is nice for him.
Well done.
And he gets 9th place, which is a deserved position after he works so hard. Hercus Monte Barks confirmed in 5th and 6th, and Sicario secured that 7th place.
And XQK with 20-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flag. Never heard of that penalty. And that's
a lot.
Yes, yeah. As Dershak crossed the line in P4, impressive stuff from the Red Bull driver. And we're gonna catch up next week in, let's see, I really didn't get prepared there, but we can.
You need to give me some warning for that, because I forget.
Every time we do that.
Monza next time.
Woo. It's gonna be a fun one, surely.
Monza, then Imola.
So back-to-back Italian race. So
and it's champagne time for the Mercedes team. They already had the lead of the championship, Leox. Now they're going to be extending that further.
Yeah, and Nicolas Boita also will get the Drivers' Championship on Real Staravio disappointing DNF. So let's watch the wrap of this Dutch Grand Prix. Simapets winning the race alongside Nicolas Boita on the podium. Ruthless Page in P3, Dershak, Arquesmonte, Barks, Sicario, Zabijaka and XK and Tibron completely in the top 10. Neil finishing the race in P11. And the non-finisher were Clay Racing, Elkrin, Real Staravio, Moti Paris, Traxxer, Lofty, Brabus and Pat. So that's it for the 4th round of the UK Assist Dakar Battle Racing League. Thank you so much, Webo, for taking company with me today, and we're gonna see you next week in Monza. Thank you so much.